17 of the National Football League. And we've got the Vikings burner at wide receiver, as utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Vikings and the Bears on Monday Night Prime Time.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got what? Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. The throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Crowd getting in a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Messina. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback. On 1st and 10, Booth. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, Booth. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Booth. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down. Huffman. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off-play action. Messina. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. What's forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Ross on the return. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Delivers another one to Pierce. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. To throw on 2nd down. Booth. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped. 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Messina. Nothing to score. This is the NFL. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. Up the middle they go. Huffman. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Back to throw. Messina. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Booth. And he rips that one incomplete there.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis.
Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings!
Just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Messina. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Messina finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Over the middle here to Brown.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Messina. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Booth. And that'll be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle, and it is 28-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
He's got Brown on the out route complete.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Operating from the gun, Messina.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
So we've come upon it.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vikings set to go on offense to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
To throw on 2nd down. Booth. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 87 yards.
And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down, he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Messina, and that is incomplete here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bears get a bit closer.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Booth. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On 1st down, Messina firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Bears! A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. A nice tidy little drive there. Getting the ball in excellent field position. And only one play to score it.
Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And now out comes Minnesota.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Booth. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. And the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And they're going to speed things up here. To throw on second down. Boom. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. From the gun on third down. Booth. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain of 22.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Operating from the gun. Booth. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Back to throw. Booth. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
The previous play is under review.
And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
Fielded right around the 8. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
So far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
To throw on 3rd down. Messina. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Let's take it at around the 40. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. He completes it to Tompkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st and 10, Booth. And this one is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Booth. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they'll pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we see.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Vikings will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Booth. But it's caught. Tompkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on second down. Boom. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Booth. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the gun on 3rd down. Booth. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 1st down. Booth. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Looking to throw. Messina.
That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Quick slant there, gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. On 1st down, Messina. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On 1st and 10, Messina. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Huffman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Messina. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Coop, up and good. As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Following the touchdown, here's Coop to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. throwing on first down. Boom. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
So, partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show.